Billy, do you love me? Do you love me? Say yes. Say you love me. Billy, say you love me. Billy, talk to me. Talk to me. Say you love me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Bible Pop Talk.
Welcome.
Um, Today is our second time, and last time we talked about money, which
Yeah.
was kind of a most people are most interested in.
Certainly.
And since this is our second time, now we are going to talk about something maybe second in place, that which people are most interested in their lives, or to some people it is actually the most important thing.
Yeah, maybe.
But if you ask me, I would say this could affect to your life even more greatly than money ever could do.
True.
Guess what that is?
Love.
And I will always love you.
And marriage. Yep, so marriage is, many people say marriage is one of the most important things in our lives. And that is true, that is quite true.
It is.
Because if you get married to a wrong person, well, then that means at least you have to, maximum you might be end up spending your rest of your life with that wrong person.
Some people lost their life.
Yeah, some people even lose their lives, literal lives. Even if you could do something, until you do something, your life would be not so happy.
So sad.
So yeah, that is real. But many people say it is one of the things which is really difficult to do well.
It is.
I mean, I'm not married. I'm single, and I've never had a relationship until now. But many people around me say, and when I see many married couples' lives around me, it's maximum half-half. Half of them live okay or happily. Half of them was like, what? Why would you ever get married if that's the life you'll get after marriage?
I don't know.
So because this is one of the things people are most interested in, including Christians.
Yeah, we are Christians.
Yeah, we are Christians. So because this is one of the most important things in our lives, so now we are going to talk about that. And this topic is quite big. Because this topic is quite big, we are going to do it in 2 times. So this would be our first one, next would be our second one.
Yeah. I think this is life homework, because God said God is love. So we are searching God, following God. That means we are searching real love, perfect love, true love. So this is life homework.
Yeah, so today, because this is our first session about this love and marriage, we are going to, in this session, we want to talk about love and before marriage.
Dating?
Dating, well, yeah, you could say that.
Uh,
Well, maybe I'm not so qualified to talk about that topic because I've never had a relationship.
you
But,
can imagine.
yeah, but I read some books, so
You saw my life.
yeah, so hopefully I could manage this. All right, so dating, like you said, dating is the most common, how can I say, stage or step that most people would go through before their marriage. Though I've never had a date, I know you have experience in dating. So, Krista, could you tell me?
Don't ask difficult question.
Could you tell me? First of all, do you think date is necessary one
Yeah, I believe it's necessary.
to reach the goal that is
Of
marriage?
course, of course. Because all thing when we start something, we have to be ready, get ready, readiness. So dating is ready step toward marriage.
So it's our preparation period.
Yes,
for
yes,
marriage.
yes, the preparation, you're right.
I see. So, well, okay, then if that is necessary, then we should do it well, right? Because when we prepare something, we have to prepare it in the right way.
Right way.
Yeah, in the right way. Otherwise, we prepare in something, but then when we do that something, we find out suddenly that something is totally
Sure.
not something what I thought. Then our preparation could be just wasting of time and our energy, and we don't want that. So
Yeah.
you said date is necessary to live a good marriage life, and then how should we? What kind of dating would you propose or suggest? What kind of activity or what kind of things you would suggest or recommend in dating? What kind of dating would you recommend?
I want to recommend right way, right attitude, right heart.
Yes, right attitude comes from right heart.
Yes, everything is from heart. So if someone want to get married, they are of course searching people who is my future partner or life
Soulmate.
partner, soulmate, who God will give me. It's important, especially for our kind, Christian life. If we don't have same level of spiritual level, it's quite, very, very difficult to understand each other. So
Yeah, that's right.
I really recommend.
In the Bible, Apostle Paul said, "Do not be yoked unequally." And when you think about being yoked, you yoke a pair of oxen which are in similar size. You never yoke one big one and one small one. That would be
strong one, weak one.
Yeah, that would be unfair to the strong party.
Both of them are not so good.
Yeah, and that's right. Strong party would have to carry all the burden by himself or herself, while the weaker party would be difficult as well to follow the steps of the strong one.
Yeah, maybe more hard.
Even harder.
Harder. Sorry.
Yeah, so first thing we need to consider is spiritual maturity. That's what you say, right?
Yes, I believe it's very, very important. Otherwise, they cannot understand each other, and one part who is stronger get stressful or frustrating kind of things. So I believe we have to pray and have to good heart, and especially I recommend you don't be selfish. You don't try to get benefit from
the other party.
Yeah.
So that's the right attitude you were talking about.
Yes, that's not love.
Well, that's right, because love is basically self-sacrificing.
Mhm.
Basically, it's giving away.
Yeah.
But
Marriage is not business,
that's right. That's right. Nowadays, many people consider marriage as some kind of business,
Mm.
and so they even, there are things like pre-marriage contract document. So that means basically they treat this marriage as a sort of contract.
Yes.
But the Bible says it's not a contract, it is a covenant. You know what's the difference between contract and covenant? I studied law for more than 10 years. And I actually learned the difference while I was studying, not in law school, but while I was studying theology. Because I had to understand the difference between covenant and contract exactly to write my essay. So I found that I researched, and the result was something like this. Contract is something that, both contract and covenant needs two parties. But contract would be broken if one of the parties does not do his or her duties. Then automatically the contract will come to an end.
Yes, that's contract.
That is contract. So, for example, the most common contract we have in our lives is like buying something. But when I want to buy something, if I don't give money, then I'm not doing my duty, paying. Then
You can't get.
then automatically the contract comes to an end. There's no contract at all, actually. So that's the contract. Covenant, on the other hand, is something that could not be broken. Just one party is just because one party is not doing his or her duty. And the prime example of covenant is the marriage relationship.
Love.
Because when you're married and your partner is cheating on you, and he
That's
says,
serious.
he says, "Oh, I don't love you anymore. I want to end this relationship." But as long as you do not agree with that, there is no way that he could just cancel this marriage relationship by himself. No, you have to agree.
Yes.
So to cancel the covenant, both parties' agreement are needed. While the contract could be void, just one party's cancellation.
Yeah.
So
But love
yeah.
is never give up.
So that's right.
God never give up.
That's why the relationship between God and us is covenant, not a contract. If it was a contract, then we'll be away.
Already gone.
Yeah, we'll be already gone, and there's no hope in us anyway, because we always run away from God from time to time. But God never gives up.
Yeah.
So, and considering that concept, love is something not could be broken so easily, and something basically self-giving. Because, for example, let's go back to the example that I used. Your partner is cheating on you, but you don't want to cancel that relationship. You don't want to break your marriage. Why? Because you still love that person.
Yes.
And in the other words, if I rephrase it, that's the relationship. Actually, you are losing your thing. you are losing your heart, because that detriment. In other words, that is detrimental for you, because you gain nothing from your partner. Your partner does not even give his heart to you, while you are constantly or continually giving your heart. So just because you love him, you are giving your heart to him. So
That's love is giving.
that's why love is giving, and that love is self-sacrificing. And considering that, date should be also on the same line. Date should be also self-sacrificing, also should be self-sacrificing and giving and denying myself and thinking others first, thinking your partner first. That would be the right attitude of dating.
Yeah.
Not just in marriage life, but in dating as well.
Yeah, start practice.
So yeah, since dating is a preparation stage, you get yourself warmed up to do that for the rest of your life
Yeah,
with this
let's do it.
person. So it's like, okay, let's practice.
I think marriage is a big adventure in our life. You know, when we start to go to adventure, we have to ready perfectly. Otherwise, we will fail.
That's right. Have you think of one of your experiences, like when you go somewhere far away and you forgot to pack something important?
Yeah. Even just a small thing, cooking, for example. We want to cook some kind of chicken food, but if we don't prepare good fresh chicken, we cannot have that food.
That's right.
Everything needs, ready preparation.
Actually, that reminds me, my dad's a phone conversation a couple of days ago. He went to market to buy something, and when he tried to buy something, he realized he did not bring his wallet. That's kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have, so it's a simple example, but it's the same line. You have to prepare well to do something well. So you said marriage is an adventure.
Yes.
That would be the way you would describe your marriage life.
Yeah. My adventure was very dynamic. I think most couple.
Yeah, I think so. It's just a matter of appearance.
Yeah.
How they appear on the outside. Some couples, they might appear living quite calm lives, while the others are living very dynamic and moving lives. But when you go to inside, every couple's life would be dynamic.
Yeah. So just I think, if, for example, we want to learn about cooking, we need to start first step, easy food, making easy food, not choose big dish.
No, no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, so I, as experiencer, I am. Don't choose too difficult partner.
Oh, okay. And what do you mean when you're saying difficult partner?
That means I realized during the marriage life we misunderstanding. My misunderstanding was, usually men very love me. So I convinced, he will change for me everything.
Oh, so he will change himself.
Yeah.
Because he loves you, he will change
He
himself.
will listen to me, obey to me, follow to me. He will be like me.
Oh, okay.
So
He will become like me.
yeah, but problem was he wanted, but he couldn't. So am I. I wanted to become like him. I wanted obey to him, follow to him, but I couldn't
Yeah.
because I am
What I
me.
am.
I'm what I am. So we have a character, personality. So that's, I believe we need to ask God. God knows us better than me, better than ourselves. So if we want choose right person, God knows me, God knows him. So I have to sacrifice because, as I said, we cannot change ourselves. So, but certainly we have differences. But too many differences is difficult, you know. So if we are quite similar, we can obey each other easily. We can follow, we can understand each other easily. So like, don't choose big subject.
I see.
Do
Well,
you understand?
yes, yes. That's why many people, many experts in marriage and relationship, they say choose someone, for example, like someone who shares same hobby with you, or
Yeah,
the
same
same
value.
activity. Yeah, but like you said, the real important thing is the values of that person.
I think so.
That should
Value is very
that should be similar to yours. Otherwise, you would fight every step in your marriage life.
Yeah, different value.
Because, for example, you value spending time with your family more than money, but your partner think earning money for family is more important than spending just meaningless time.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah. Well, it's just there's nothing.
Different value.
Yeah, there's nothing. No one could
Agreement.
say. No one could say that one is wrong. That one is right.
Yeah.
No, earning money for family is
Yeah.
important for your family's survival.
Yeah.
Spending the time with your family is also important.
Their loving way is different.
Their loving way is just different. So, but if that's the case, and neither of you would not, how do you say that? Would not giving your way, then in everything you would fight. In almost every weekend, maybe you would fight. Maybe you were like, during weekdays, please, honey, come home early so that we could have dinner together. And he might say, but I could earn extra so that we could buy new house and you could enjoy things more if I do extra work. I'm doing it for you.
So yeah, I think that point is very. We have to consider that point during the dating, because I experienced during the dating time, each of us some kind of hide themselves because they misunderstand.
That's right.
I can change myself.
Oh.
Yeah, but they try. They try.
They themselves even are deceived by their emotions.
Yeah, they deceive themselves, but
Ah.
they are deceived by themselves. But it's impossible.
Mm.
So dating, during the dating, they try and they understand that they guess, oh, we will get along very well. But after marriage, it is limit, you know. Limit comes. Limit comes. So both of them, volcano erupt. I cannot do this anymore. Yeah, enough. Like this. So we have to consider during a date, study each other, and their value, everything. They have to be in a blank.
How does the Bible say about choosing a right partner? Is there a certain Bible passage or Bible part you'd you suggest or recommend regarding choosing a right partner for you?
I think perfect partner, who have perfect partner, is only person, Adam and Eve, before fall.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't choose each other.
Okay.
They didn't know each other.
Okay. Yeah.
They didn't have any, idea
of the other sex, actually.
Yeah, but God chose each other
Uh-huh.
for themselves. So that's perfection.
No.
Perfection.
Okay.
But Abraham, Jacob, everyone, their marriage,
Mm.
not so good.
Well, but in case of Isaac and Rebecca,
Mm.
that was kind of a
Yeah,
God arranged
Mm.
marriage. Yeah. Well, I guess Isaac and Rebecca lived quite well.
I
guess.
think God made them couple.
Mm.
God allowed their marriage
Mm.
because they were best for themselves
Mm.
in the world. Not
Yeah. Not
even though not
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, they could not be perfect because it is.
We are fallen.
Yeah, it was after the fall,
Yeah.
so
Nobody is perfect.
already there is no.
Mm.
That's right. There is no human being on this planet who is perfect. So they themselves were imperfect already, but still they were the best partners
Yeah.
for each other.
So I want to recommend all of you, find best person, not find second best.
So and to find best person, you're saying you need God's help. You need God's
Of course,
arrangement.
we need God's help in every way.
Yeah.
But especially marriage. Yeah. If we buy some food, some shoes, we can throw away after a few,
Try.
try. But we cannot throw away easily. Partner. So you have to be careful and very, very important decision,
Mm.
So we need God's help more.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So yeah. But so then you is that can I interpret that saying that word of you
Yeah.
as it is better for you to get into a relationship after you receive revelation or confirmation from God that this is the person for you.
Yeah. What I mean is you have to divide dating seasons,
Okay.
kind of step. First step, maybe you are praying, and this person is right person. You praying and measuring, considering, thinking. You do everything, and after you have confirmation, this is right man, right lady, right girl, right boy from God, and you can have next step. You have to
Which is really real preparation for marriage.
yeah, you have to sacrifice yourself more from that step.
From that point of view.
Yeah,
From
because
that point on.
you must accept each other. There is no way you run away.
There's no turning back.
No turning back. So you have to accept. Then you have to really try and practice. Ready, get married for good marriage.
I see, I see. But yeah, that reminds me of the book I read some time ago. I think it was called, the title was something like Boundary in Relationship.
Yeah, I saw you read.
Yeah, and in that book, I think it was in preface, I think, or introduction, the authors were talking about something and some other book. And there was one book called I Kiss My Dating Goodbye. So that the author of that book, I Kiss My Dating Goodbye, says basically that author was saying I don't see the real need for dating before marriage. But the authors of the book that I read, they were like, well, we still think dating is kind of a necessary step before marriage. They were saying like that really. If you could reach to marriage without dating, that if that's the kind of person who you are, then that's good. You can go to that way.
Must be very high spiritual. From God, good confirmation.
Yes, you have to receive revelation from God.
Then they don't need dating.
And that's right. But plus you have to be able to control yourself, control your emotions.
That's important.
Because in many cases, people just fall into relationship, fall into
Physically.
love because of their emotion arises first. But if you don't want to have date before marriage, you say I don't see any need really of dating before marriage. That's the kind of person. Then you need to control your emotion first. If you can do that, then that's the way you could take. If you can't, well then, there's no right or wrong. Apostle Paul said in Corinthians chapter 7,
Right.
being married or not being married, nothing. It's nothing. Do you have a wife? Well, live like you are not married.
Corinthians 7.
Yeah, are you unmarried? Live like you have a wife. I will read it for you actually.
That's a good idea, I think.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I'll read from verse 17 to 24. Nevertheless, each one should retain the place in life that the Lord assigned to him and to which God has called him. This is the rule I lay down in all the churches. Was a man already circumcised when he was called? He should not become uncircumcised. Was a man uncircumcised when he was called? He should not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing. Keeping God's commands is what counts. Each one should remain in the nation which he was in when God called him. Were you a slave when you were called? Don't let it trouble you, although if you can gain your freedom, do so. For he who was a slave when he was called by the Lord is the Lord's freedman. Similarly, he who was a free man when he was called is Christ's slave. You were bought at a price. Do not become slaves of men. Brothers, each man, as responsible to God, should remain in the situation God called him to. And also from verse 29 to 31. What I mean, brothers, is that the time is short. From now on, those who have wives should live as if they had none. Those who mourn as if they did not. Those who are happy as if they were not. Those who buy something as if it were not theirs to keep. those who use the things of the world as if not engrossed in them. For this world in its present form is passing away. So, you see, Apostle Paul is saying, being married, unmarried, nothing. Just like circumcision, uncircumcision is nothing, it cannot affect your salvation. Marriage is the same.
Earthly thing.
It is basically earthly thing. Although Apostle Paul also said it represents, it reflects the secret between Christ and church. That's why God, in the first place, God gave this marriage system. That's the reason. But still, it is earthly thing. So don't let it trouble you. But at the same time, actually from verse 32, he also says, but I want to say this. If you get into the relationship, if you get married, please do understand, do know this. There will be some extra concerns you have to be concerned. There will be some things you have to do that you didn't have to do until now.
Many problems.
Many problems, many issues, new issues will arise. You have to prepare yourself for that. And I guess
You
dating,
need more faith.
yeah, dating period is the period that you can prepare yourself for that. And if you prepare it well, then your marriage life might go more easily.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
yeah.
as I said, marriage is adventure. If you don't have convinced to success that adventure, don't start.
That's a good one.
And if you want to small adventure, safe adventure, you can choose wisely.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can
You know,
either
like a shoes suit saying, it's good, but too big for me, it's useless.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So first, let's wrap this up. First, dating is still loving relationship, and based on the concept of love. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to, because this.
Love.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is about
love.
love. Our topic, this topic of ours this time is related to love. We cannot help it.
Yeah, and also, you know, we have to love each other, but marriage life it asks special love.
That's right. That's right. I always say that. I always say, marriage life is like ground zero, where you practice how to love one person truly in its true meaning. So that means to do that well, to live a good marriage life, or to have a successful dating period or preparation period, I should say. First of all, you need to understand what love is correctly. Otherwise, you're starting from a wrong base.
Yes.
If you have a wrong concept of love, then you're starting on a wrong ground.
That's worse.
That would lead nowhere. That would lead you nowhere. So
we need to know what is love.
what love is, we need to understand the concept of love correctly. So let me read it for you.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, from verse 4 to 7. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. You know, when I was young, when I read this, I was like, that doesn't sound so funny.
Suffering.
this love is something start with patient. It starts with being patient, and it ends with being persevering.
Whatever situation, what situation?
You're in. And I always say that when you are patient, when are you patient?
Not good condition.
Not in a good condition. You do not call yourself I am patient when you are in a good condition. You don't need to be patient.
You cannot feel the time going.
Yeah. When we are happy, when we are in a good situation, good circumstance,
I think that's why in heaven we cannot feel time.
Yeah. So when we are in a good circumstance, we always say like that. Oh, time is so short. Oh, look at the time. I lost the track of time completely.
Exactly.
But when you are in a terrible condition,
1 minute,
like 100 years.
yes. Imagine wrong marriage, sad marriage. What is going to be?
Well, yeah, then probably you would learn even greater love.
You will experience hell.
Well, yeah, you will. Maybe if you go into a marriage life with someone who is not really for you, but then because you have to learn how to love that person anyway, you might end up in learning even greater love, greater patience. But Apostle Paul was saying, I'm not really recommending that.
Yeah, I believe in Ephesus. Can you read for me? Yes, Ephesus 5. Jesus and bride church is kind of companionship and marriage life.
That's right. In Ephesus 5, from verse 22 to 33, Apostle Paul compares the marriage relationship to the relationship between Christ and church.
It is written like a big mystery,
Yes,
like that.
yes. In the verse 32, this is a profound mystery, but I am talking about Christ and the church.
Yes.
It was in the middle of while he was speaking about the marriage life, marriage relationship, and all of a sudden, Apostle Paul is saying, but I'm talking about Christ and church.
So I believe if we want to have good marriage life, husband should be like Jesus. Wife should be like bride church, then no problem.
Yeah.
So imagine, Jesus died for church. Husband, what is his responsibility? Like become like Jesus. Husband is head of couple. So I believe Jesus died for us, even we are not worthy. Even wife is not worthy for sacrificing, but husband can sacrifice first for wife.
So then probably for men, when they go into dating relationship, they would have to consider that. Will I be able to die for this person?
Yeah. Of course, we can imagine different opposite case. Wife has a higher spiritual level.
She can spiritually, if the girl is spiritually more mature, then well, in spiritual realm, she is the stronger party. So she's the one who should love more.
So that kind of thing written in the Bible. So we have to think about, I have to deny myself, I have to die for my partner, die for my husband.
So when you're dating, you have to,
that's preparation.
Yeah, you have to have that in your consideration. If I choose this person as my partner, then that means I would have to die for this person. I would
Yes.
have to kill myself. I would have to deny myself
Deny
Okay.
myself.
for this person. Will I be able to do that for the rest of my life?
Yes.
That's the consideration you should consider.
Yeah, Jesus gave up his life for church. And church, we saints, church members, want to deny myself for Jesus. So this is our goal of love.
Amen, amen. So, okay. So in dating, first of all, let's wrap this up. When you enter into a dating relationship, first of all, you have to have a right heart, which is not selfish heart, but rather self-sacrificing.
Yes.
This is the preparation period that for your marriage life, where you are going to learn how to love that person truly. Love according to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. You have to be patient with that person for the rest of your life. You have to be kind to that person for the rest of your life. You have to trust that person for the rest of your life, no matter what he does, even if he burns your credit card. You have to
Have faith.
You have to have faith in that person, not because you believe that person, but because you believe God.
God. Yeah, we cannot believe people.
And you constantly you have to pray for that person. You have to be and when that person goes wrong, you would have to confront that person as well. That is all the things that you need to learn when you enter into the marriage life.
Yes.
And dating period is the preparation time for that, and you are choosing your partner for learning that.
Learning love.
Yeah, so that's why it is important to choose wisely. So, first of all, you choose your partner wisely according to spiritual maturity, according to your common value system. When I learned theology, it is they call it is your world view. It's how you view the world. Your value system is actually how you view the world, and that should be quite similar between you and your partner. Otherwise, it would be very difficult.
Cannot live together.
And in early stage of dating, you might be wondering if this person is right person for me. You might enter into a dating relationship to find out if that person is the right person. But if you have to ready yourself. If this person is right, then I would have to sacrifice myself for this
Deny
person.
myself.
I would have to deny myself. Not asking for this person.
Obey to follow me.
To listen to
Change
me.
for like
Yeah. You can't expecting your partner follows your way.
delusion.
That's delusion, and that's not love. And love, in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, when you read that, it is love is no way of insisting my way to the other party. No, that's not love. Because marriage is practicing true love, you will practice accepting rather the other party's way in your life, understanding that person,
Yeah.
and follow God together. So
If Jesus loved us, died for us, lived for us, we live for Jesus. We died for Jesus.
Amen.
Same. That's love.
Yeah. So first, choose right partner and with right heart, right motive,
Amen.
which is self-sacrificing, preparing yourself to deny yourself for the rest of your life.
Big adventure. Stretching.
And when you're ready, when you feel you're ready to do that, really, then dating is really you start practicing deny yourself little by little, even in your dating period.
Yes.
In when it gets more serious. In the early stage, you might be wondering, you might be cautious, careful, because in that stage you want to find out whether this person is right or not. Right person or not for me. But once you receive the confirmation, once you are sure this person is right, this person is the one that whom God gave me, then from then on, you need to deny yourself. You need to start practicing deny yourself.
Yeah. I think it's if you really love him, love her, you can willingly to deny yourself.
Yeah, but
It's become big pleasure.
yeah, that's right. But like you said, that's why many people they are deceived by themselves during the dating period, because during that time, there is love for the other party in their hearts, so they deny themselves actually. For example, when they go to a restaurant, they would order whatever the other party would order.
Especially then.
They, even though they don't like, they say, "Oh yeah, I like it."
Lying.
But they don't perceive that,
Yeah.
because on that moment they do. They can bear it because
Yeah.
they love that person.
Yeah.
They love the other party.
They want to.
And out of that love, even though real him is not really fond of it, but still out of the love, they
Oh,
change
right.
themselves, they
Yeah.
deny themselves,
Try.
they deny their taste, they deny their style, they don't insist their ways. But when your love dies, then from then on,
Yeah.
they start to insist their ways. So key is you have to have love continually. You have to have love for the other party continually in your heart. But
With the Holy Spirit.
yeah, but you see, love is something that everyone is hungry for it, thirsty for it. That means we do not have ability to produce love by ourselves.
Because God is love. We are not love.
God is love. So we have to receive.
We are dust.
We have to receive
His
love
loving spirit.
first, and by His love,
Amen.
we can love other parties,
Yes, yes.
and that is when that is loving relationship. And during dating period, you start to practice this little by little. In every relationship in our lives, I truly believe we learn how to love,
Yeah.
but it is especially true in marriage relationship.
Intensive.
That is, yeah, that's right, intensive course. Intensive and long course.
24/7.
Intensive and lifetime course.
Yes.
So, to enter this course, you start practicing this receiving love from God, feeling yourself with His spirit of love more and more, and you love the other party. You practice this.
Amen.
What is loving the other party? Denying yourself,
Yeah.
not insisting your way.
If you have God's love fully, it can be easy. But if you don't have God, it's impossible.
Amen. Amen. So I want everyone who watches this video clip would choose wisely your partner if you're single, and if you're in a date, then I hope your dating would be meaningful time by denying yourself. by start practicing how to love the other party truly. Not by your own might, but through the might of our mighty God.
Not by might,
Amen.
not by power, but by the Spirit of God.
Amen.
You can do it.
Amen.
God bless you.
God bless you.